Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Command & Conquer, and I've been having some issues with this game. Every time that I clicked the load mission button, the game was crashing with some kind of memory reference error. Through trial and error, I discovered if I deleted all but my most recent saved games, that the crash went away, so I guess one of the saved game files got corrupted somehow. I then discovered that I had not made a save at the end of GDI Mission 12. I had saved in the middle of the mission. I did not feel like doing the mission over again, so I just downloaded a saved game pack to save myself the trouble of having to play through it over again. Oh my goodness, the foibles working with this game on modern hardware. Okay, so anyway, that's why the save game dialogue looks completely different from what it did before. So we're going to go to GDI 13, and then we're just going to have to restart the mission in order to get the mission briefing. Alright, so this time, in order to get the mission briefing, we're going to have to restart the mission. That'll be fine.
This is what it's all about. We've cornered Kane in his biochemical research laboratory. Fight your way to the lab and level it. Intelligence informs us that Kane's on site, so complete destruction is imperative. This ought to help. The boys at R&D have completed preliminary testing on the ion cannon, the next generation of strategic defense armaments. Its geosynchronous orbit gives it a target divergence factor of 8 to 1. It's an awesome weapon, the most powerful in our arsenal. You fought long and hard, Commander, and it's all come down to this. We're with you. Good luck.
Okay, a few things before we get started. Also, let's just see if the text briefing gives us any additional information. Okay, nothing really. So, a couple of things. One, it seems we have finally cornered Kane, and despite our Nod counterparts' efforts to stop research and production of the ion cannon has indeed been brought online. Secondly, General Shepard had some odd things to say about the ion cannon. First of all, I'm pretty sure that there is no meaning to the phrase target divergence factor of 8 to 1. I'm pretty sure that is just made up technobabble. And secondly, geosynchronous orbit means that a satellite is orbiting the Earth at a distance where, in order to maintain its orbit, it is at the same spot over the surface of the Earth at all times. Now, quite obviously, a satellite weapon's usefulness would be greatly diminished if it were always over the exact same spot of the Earth's surface, unless the ion cannon, despite being referred to in the singular, is actually a network of multiple ion cannons ringing the Earth, all at geosynchronous orbits, and that they are all positioned such that they, together, have total coverage over the entire Earth's surface at all times. That's about the only way that you could actually make sense of General Shepard's statement and not make it completely ridiculous. But anyway, that's all very nitpicky. So we start off with a pretty substantial force in this mission. A mammoth tank, a pair of medium tanks, and a pair of rocket launchers, as well as some infantry, but not too impressed by the infantry, really. We're going to first make our way over to the west, in between a pair of major Tiberium fields, this being one of them. And we're going to set up there, because that's going to give us access to lots of Tiberium reserves on both sides of our base. And I think that's the enemy harvester, perhaps. We might as well attack it right out of the gate. We'll provoke all kinds of enemies, but I think we might be able to handle them with our awesome starting force. Now, as we'll see in this mission, we are given basically all of GDI's best tech all at once, which is not the best way to space out the new technology on the GDI side. Arguably, we should have gotten the advanced guard towers and the rocket launchers in earlier missions instead of waiting until this one. But this is basically the, hey, you get all the best toys to play with, including the ion cannon, the mammoth tanks, rocket launchers, and the advanced guard towers. Have fun, is essentially what this mission is all about. I do not recall this mission being especially difficult, because we have access to so many awesome toys, and because we have very substantial starting forces. Okay, we lost our rocket launcher, though. Alright, well, we are taking casualties. That is for sure. Alright, we lost another unit. That rocket launcher is getting incredibly irritating. That rocketeer, I mean. He's finally dead. So that was a pretty exciting way to start the mission with that huge brawl. I mean, if the enemy harvester is going to just come right up to our front doorstep like that, of course we're going to attack it. There was never any doubt. Actually, we have so much room, there's no reason not to make regular power plants. An advanced power plant gives twice as much power as a regular one, but it costs slightly more than twice as much. Therefore, the only benefit of it compared to making two regular ones is that it takes up half as much space. So if you're struggling for room, then making an advanced power plant makes sense. However, if you have plenty of space to build your base like we do in this mission, then it is slightly less cost effective to make advanced power plants instead of regular ones. Going for a real aggressive early economic game here. Okay, fine. The harvester escaped us again because our GDI units are so pathetically slow. We'll finish it off later. We have to deal with the enemy attack first. Alright, I am sick to death of this harvester. Hurry up and die already. There, that takes care of him. Alright, well, so much for those guys. That was pretty good squish by that enemy. Alright, we should probably rebuild that guard tower. We are really making the enemy go through all kinds of money by destroying its repeated attack forces like this, not to mention its harvesters. Those are not cheap to rebuild. Alright, we've got 3 refineries up. The guard tower, mammoth tank, and medium tank together are adequate defense, so I think we're finally ready to start on production structures. Weapons factory will be next. And we'll make a scout so we can explore more of the map. But yeah, like I said, this is the mission where you unlock all the best GDI tech all at once. We are up against, supposedly, Kane himself in his own personal headquarters overseeing a bioresearch laboratory. There are multiple enemy bases on this mission and very substantial enemy forces. So it has a very climactic feel to it. This is a major undertaking in this mission. Once again, we can attack the civilian buildings. I really suspect that sometimes it was a mistake by the map designers, allowing us to attack civilian buildings as GDI. I don't think it was a deliberate decision. I think they just forgot to set the Alliance properties correctly. But because there's often money crates hidden under the church, we will destroy the church. It is just the tactically best play.
Construction complete.
And clearly these people are all a bunch of evil Nod sympathizers, so it's probably a church to Kane or something anyway. Some kind of weird cult thing.
Building.
Kind of like a Temple of Zeo from Phantasy Star, if you watched my Phantasy Star 4 LP. It's a great game, if you like RPGs. And there was not a money crate under that church, so we committed sacrilege for nothing, go us. I'm hoping that gets turned into a blossom tree by the Tiberium so that our Tiberium starts regenerating.
Construction complete.
Might as well put our communication center where it might unveil a little bit of
New
fog of war.
options.
Alright, well, not much, but a little bit.
Unit lost.
Okay, so we can build the advanced guard tower. The advanced communication center will give us access to the ion cannon, and a repair bay will give us access to mammoth tanks. I'll make another infantry for scouting real quick.
Unit ready.
Benevolent commander that I am, training suicide scouts.
Waiting on it. You got it.
But yeah, there's 2 enemy bases in this mission. The northern one is much more substantial. We can see it's got an obelisk. I think it actually has 2 obelisks. And there's this enemy base in the middle, which is kind of a sub-base, a secondary base.
New construction options.
We'll go ahead and build a single advanced guard tower for defense, to augment our defenses. So advanced guard towers, I always thought they were really, really cool. I love their angular look. The fact that they fire homing rockets, admittedly kind of inaccurate homing rockets, that are, to some degree, good against everything, although that's kind of a lie. They're really good against infantry and light vehicles, and they're anti-aircraft, not that that matters when you're playing GDI against Nod. The problem, though, as I think we've discussed previously, is they're not particularly good against heavy vehicles.
Building.
And we already have a structure, the regular guard tower, that's pretty good against infantry.
Building.
Which means we actually don't get access to particularly
Construction complete.
impressive new base defense functionality in the advanced guard tower.
Construction.
So while I think it's really cool, again, I love the design and the concept of it, it does not compare to the obelisk at all. The Obelisk of Light, Nod's advanced base defense, is far more powerful and effective.
Awaiting orders. Moving out.
Can't argue with the range, though.
Moving out.
Our base is under attack.
But as we can see, it does not do very much damage against even this light tank.
Cannot deploy here. Building.
The enemy looks like they're going to strike at us from the east, but
Construction.
that's no big deal. We can just send one of our tanks to intercept that one. Alright, I do believe the advanced comm center takes 200 power, which is why I just built 2 power plants.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders.
Cranking out the mammoth tanks.
Building.
The advanced comm center, in addition to giving us access to the ion cannon, will allow us to build the MLRS, the rocket launchers. They seem over-teched to me. I think that it would have made more sense to just make them based on the communication center, have that as a prerequisite rather than the advanced communication center. But whatever. Here we see the advanced guard tower being very effective against infantry.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
And because the computer likes infantry so much that, that is a helpful property.
Unit report. Moving out.
It wouldn't be much good against this pair of enemy tanks. However, our pair of mammoth tanks is going to be extremely effective against them.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Now, if our mammoth tanks get blasted below half health, we'll just let them regenerate back up to half. However, if they're still above half health, then any damage we're going to have to repair using the repair bay.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Unit reporting.
Okay, finally.
Ion cannon charging.
Ion cannon charging. Superb.
Building.
And now we can build some rocket launchers for artillery support. We're mostly going to have a few rocket launchers in the back to help the mammoth tanks deal with infantry. Since, as we discussed in the previous mission where we had access to mammoth tanks, GDI 12,
Yes, sir.
they're finicky with their anti-infantry rockets, and I don't feel like trying to micro them to that degree. Rocket launchers will be better at dealing with that.
Building.
That Tiberium patch is almost gone. 3 patches, 3 harvesters. That's been convenient. That tree did indeed turn into a blossom tree. Which is good, because now we have infinite Tiberium.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Building.
I think I'll go with 4 rocket launchers and 6 mammoth tanks. That should be able to handle absolutely anything the enemy throws at us. Or rather, we'll throw that at the enemy, and it will handle anything that they have in their base, is a more accurate way of describing my intentions.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
My cat has decided to join us, and I'm having to move my keyboard so she doesn't sit on it. Which, as usual, is going to make things awkward. Also, now she's obstructing my vision, as she likes to do.
Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
She derives great enjoyment from interfering with my LPs, because she always purrs up a storm while she's doing this. Then she starts pressing the top of her head up against my face, giving me headbutts of love.
Unit moving out.
All of which means I would be a total monster if I were to throw her off, so it's all part of her sly plan.
Yes, moving out.
Let's see, where is the enemy harvester? I was hoping to find it. It clearly changed which Tiberium patch I was harvesting from when one of them got destroyed by us here.
Construction complete.
However, I haven't been able to find its new one. I said I was going to make 6 mammoth tanks, but honestly I think we can begin our assault with 5, backed up by 4 rocket launchers. That'll be plenty. Oh, you poor, foolish, suicidal tank. Yeah, what did you think was going to happen?
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Now, I would like my guys to approach in sort of a phalanx formation
Affirmative.
rather than coming in a column, because then they'll be able to muster maximum firepower in the shortest possible time.
Waiting order.
Construction complete.
That was a brave and foolish man.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, let's begin advancing into the enemy base.
Moving out.
You know, I could make an engineer and prepare to capture something.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Moving out. Unit acknowledged. Vehicle. Yes, sir. Unit.
I'll make him control group 3.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Unit. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Wait, acknowledged.
With mammoths in the front and rocket launchers in the back, there's basically nothing that can stand against us.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Rocket launchers are not responding as quickly as I might like them to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unit. Yes, sir.
The enemy is, of course, counterattacking us as we wipe out their base.
Ion cannon ready.
I want to save that ion cannon for the enemy harvester. And of course, we'll use it to destroy an obelisk once we prepare to attack the enemy base that is guarded by obelisks.
Not building captured.
Waiting order.
Let's see how much of their money we can grab.
Construction complete. Primary building selected. Building.
Okay. The rocket launchers are having some difficulty with the SAM site because it counts as heavily armored.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Moving out.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Not building captured.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes,
Unit ready. Nod building captured. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting order.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Ooh. Never mind. I guess their harvester here, maybe they never rebuilt it. In which case we can just destroy this refinery here.
Building.
Yes, sir.
And you know, well, first I'm going to grab one of these power plants, and that'll take care of our power problems forever.
Unit report. Knowledge. Unit report. Yes, sir.
Nod building captured.
Yes, yes, sir.
Alright, rocket launchers help with the infantry. And then I have so much money after capturing all those silos that I think it'll be worth my time to build a second war factory closer to the action and to improve my production speed.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Our base is under attack.
Don't worry about it, Eva. That's just inaccurate fire from our own forces. You know how it is.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh! Wait, guys.
Unit lost.
Well, actually, you know, I was thinking maybe we should capture that, but nah. I think we lost a rocket launcher in there somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, yes, sir.
Oh, there's the harvester. Dang, I missed it. Oh, there's another one. Ion cannon.
Select target. Ion cannon charged.
Yeah, we didn't quite get it in one shot.
Complete. Cannot deploy here.
There we go.
Primary building selected.
Let's replace that rocket launcher we lost.
Construction complete. Building.
And then start making more mammoth tanks.
Affirmative.
It's a very brute force strategy, but you have to admit it's effective.
Vehicle reporting. Moving out. Unit report. Moving out. Unit report. Moving out. Waiting order. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete. Building.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Moving. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out.
I could even consider building a couple orcas, but they wouldn't be very helpful for much. Sniping off a harvester is pretty much the only thing we could do with them.
Construction.
Oh, we have just about exhausted our Tiberium supply. Well, that's a problem. Oh, rocket launchers, get up there to help.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, considering that I can get either a mammoth tank or an orca for the same price, I think I prefer the mammoths. There would be some specialized circumstances where the orca would be better, but this is certainly not one of them.
Construction.
Man, what a line of death. Once the ion cannon recharges, we'll make our assault and blow up one of the obelisks.
Building.
Yes.
And however many mammoth tanks we've managed to construct in the meantime is how many we'll attack with.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Maybe another rocket launcher or two in the mix as well.
Yes.
Construction complete. Building.
Waiting order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting.
Construction complete.
Unit reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You're not supposed to be able to phase out the side of the building like that, rocket launcher. Just what kind of crazy secret technology were you built with? I want to know about it. Why aren't all of my units built with this super phasing technology?
Moving out. Moving. Yes, moving out.
There, the mammoths finished what the ion cannon started.
Yes, sir.
Building.
This is pretty satisfying, watching the enemies just charge and die against my death line. Oh. What is that?
On hold.
Are they trying some kind of fancy flanking maneuver? I've got their number.
Unit
I need to go find some more Tiberium.
affirmative.
Also, I can't even afford that guard tower. That's how hard up I am for money.
Moving out.
This is taking too long. Uh-huh. I suspected. Alright, we'll just sell the old guard tower then.
Affirmative. Right away, sir.
Think you're gonna get away with an engineer rush, do ya? I don't think so, buddy.
Reporting. Roger. Ready and waiting. Moving out.
Nice try, though.
Yes, sir.
I like that you're thinking.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Unit reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
It's a sad day when you're using harvesters to scout with.
Ion cannon ready.
Moving out.
I want to find some more Tiberium and then launch my assault.
Unit reporting out.
Okay, there we go. There's a patch.
Moving out. Acknowledge.
Eat it, my little bugs. And now.
Acknowledge.
Select target. Ion cannon charging.
Nice. Now that's how you knock on a front door. Let the slaughter hour begin.
Yes. Unit. Yes, sir.
It is so satisfying attacking with a giant army of mammoth tanks backed up by rocket launchers. Now this is destruction. Ride of the Valkyries? Alright, we'll go with that. That's appropriate in its way. Listen to the death and destruction. Listen to that.
Lost.
It's so awesome.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Imagine having command of this kind of firepower.
Lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Unit, yes, affirmative.
That many enemy defenses and they folded that quickly.
Yes, sir. Unit, yes, sir.
Building.
Yes. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unit reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes. Unit, yes, sir.
Ride of the Valkyries really is oddly fitting for this assault.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
And that, my friends, is how you punch through a base guarded by two obelisks.
Affirmative. Yes, no. Yes, sir.
Like I said, this is not a very difficult mission. It's a fun mission. It's a climactic mission where you're up against huge enemy forces, but your starting force is so strong. The Tiberium is so plentiful and you have access to such powerful technology that you can really just steamroll over the enemies as we're doing right now.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Another NG drop, but these guys aren't even motivated to attempt it.
Yes, sir.
Now you can end this mission basically instantly if you know exactly where to attack, because we only have to destroy one specific building. But that would be lame. Why do that when you can have the fun of this full assault force like this?
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, there's more Tiberium here. You guys, go take care of the engineers.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. Vehicle report out.
Well, well, what's this strange structure we've not seen the likes of before? Bioresearch laboratory, you say? Fascinating. Now we could just take it out with our rocket launchers, but where would be the fun in that? Considering the new weapon that we have at our disposal.
Affirmative. Unit report.
In fact,
On hold. Cancelled.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
let's see. We don't need this anymore. Or these. And we don't need the old communication center once we have an advanced one.
New construction options. Building.
Unit report. Moving out.
I think we all know what's coming.
Construction complete.
Vehicle reported. Affirmative.
Ion cannon ready.
Alright, here it comes. So are you hiding in there, Kane?
Select target. Mission accomplished.
A horde of mammoth tanks and rocket launchers and a squadron of orcas topped off with ionic death from the heavens. That's how we do it in GDI. But the battle isn't over yet, because next time we are on to the next Nod mission. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I will see you then. Ooh, 3rd place, not bad.